A very important thing for me when I started the channel and now, and of course going forward, is always to be open, completely honest and transparent about everything to everyone, to all my viewers. I think you guys deserve that. I think that there's a lot of shady stuff, especially with investing channels and financial channels. So I really wanted to do something different and make sure my channel is different. So, this is why I unveil my portfolio every single month, and I'm always trying to be open and honest about everything. And some questions and some comments I've been seeing lately are about sponsorship. So, of course, there's a lot of nonsensical comments and questions I see, but also some legitimate questions and concerns from longtime viewers and watchers and loyal subscribers that have been with me from the beginning. And the questions are more or less, can I trust sponsored content? What does sponsored actually mean? What does a sponsored video actually mean? So continuing to be fully honest and transparent, I figure I'd do a quick video talking about this, so you're aware of what all this is about, what the sponsorships are all about. So I'll go through how it actually started. That's number one. How does it work? Like, what are the sponsorship opportunities that I offer? And what does it mean when a video is actually sponsored? Another thing I'll go over is a full list of all fund managers and firms that are actually sponsoring me right now, or have sponsored me, and those that have not sponsored me whatsoever. And then I'll quickly go through a list. I think you'll find this fun and entertaining, a full list of sponsorship opportunities that I have refused, because there's a lot more than that I refuse than I've taken on. I'm very particular about which sponsors I take. So hopefully by the end of the video, you're more comfortable in understanding how sponsorships and the sponsored videos really work in terms of this channel. I can't speak to other YouTube channels, but hopefully by the end of it, you'll feel reassured and you'll understand exactly what's going on. So let's get started. Okay, so first of all, how it all started, how it came about. It's a pretty funny story. I didn't go out and start looking for sponsorships or anything like that. I actually, like every good thing that actually happened in my life, it was via LinkedIn. I absolutely love LinkedIn for this reason, by the way, but I'm not going to get into that now. But I got approached via LinkedIn first from BMO and Hamilton ETFs. Those were my first two contacts when it comes to sponsorship opportunities. They actually came to me and asked me if I was interested in them being sponsored, them sponsoring my channel. So that's when the light bulb went off, and I said, you know what, these are the sponsors that I would actually take, and that makes sense, because I had a lot of sponsorship opportunities that I refused, things that had nothing to do with investing or the channel, or a lot of crypto stuff and that kind of garbage, but not much investing or legitimate sponsorship opportunities until then. So that's how it actually started. And once I got rolling with those, with Hamilton ETFs and BMO, was very easy once I had video examples to start reaching out to other fund managers, with the help, by the way, of the contacts I had made at BMO and Hamilton ETFs, because it turns out these fund managers kind of all know each other, right? They're all in Toronto. So I got some help there, but started reaching out to other fund managers as well, fund managers that I like, funds that I own myself, either directly or indirectly. So, and it just snowballed from there. Once you have examples of videos up, it's kind of easier to, go to fund managers that have not sponsored me or don't know anything about me and say, hey, look, here's a video example. Would you be interested in sponsoring the channel? And some are interested, some are not. So some respond and some, they don't respond at all. So that's just how it is. That's just how it started, everyone. So pretty boring or funny story, the way you want to see it. So how does it work now? Let's get into how it works. So on my channel, personally, I decided to offer really two sponsorship styles or sponsorship opportunities. So the first one is the really, really basic one where they could sponsor or be a sponsor of the my monthly video. So you guys know that I have two monthly series videos, right? Portfolio Unveil, which is the most popular one by far, and Picks of the Month, where I go over the income landscape, quickly the stock market, et cetera, et cetera. So those are two reoccurring videos. So what I have done, and I got the idea actually of watching a hockey game. When you watch a hockey game and like the first period starts or the second period starts or even a power play starts, and this period is brought to you by Ford F-150 or whatever, or this line change has been brought to they always have those. So that's where I actually came up with the idea to say that, hey, these are recurring videos, they get a lot of views. Let me offer an opportunity for, like a Hamilton or a Harvest or a BMO to sponsor that video. So that's number one. The second one is really full exclusive video. So, they'll actually give me, and by the way, it's just a flat fee, monetary fee. There's no other shady thing, whereas, I get a percentage of anything. It doesn't work that way at all. It's just a flat fee per video. So the second sponsorship opportunity is, besides the monthly picks and the portfolio unveil brought to you by, which is just typically a 30-second to 90-second promo spot where I'll say it's brought to you by this fund manager. Check out their website. This is one of my favorite funds, etc. Though that type. But the video is really an exclusive video where I'll showcase or I'll talk about one of the sponsors, ETFs, for example, or I'll do a Q&A with them. So that whole video is dedicated to them, basically. So that's basically how the sponsorships work. That's how the compensation works. It's just a flat fee paid in advance, no matter the amount of views it gets or whatever. I actually don't charge as much as other channels. I know that for sure because I'm a smaller channel, and my goal, I actually undercharge on purpose. I reached out to other influencers that have helped me kind of, develop a system and a price list. And I actually charge a lot less because I rather get more sponsorships and develop more the relationships with the fund managers. That is more my priority, so that in case a new product comes out, in case I have a question about any one of their funds, if I want to schedule a Q&A, sponsored or not, we have a good relationship and they're always available. That's why you've been seeing more and more and more fund managers come on the channel. Not all of those are sponsored, by the way. They come on, and I don't get paid for that at all. So, but I'll talk about that when I go through the list. So I just wanted to, kind of describe how it works. So there's no commission base. I don't get a percentage of anything or anything like that. That's completely not the case. If you've seen any comments like that, it's really not to, I see a lot of comments that, I'm trying to push these ETFs or I'm pushing the products. It's not true at all. I'm basically trying to educate you on the product. So you'll notice that, or on their ETFs, right? So you'll notice that whether a video is sponsored or not, it's not really going to impact what I say or don't say, because I typically go on the fund manager's website. I go through the holdings and the management fee and the cover cost strategy. There's nothing there I'm really pushing. It's more to educate you. So what I'm trying to say is whether it's sponsored or not, it doesn't make a difference of what I'm going to tell you about this ETF. It's educational. That's the purpose. It's not to push anything on you or anything like that. So it's completely normal business, guys. It's just, think of it like advertising. You watch a hockey game and you see it's been brought to you by, you don't think, it's just business. It's just how advertising works. In my opinion, it's a win-win-win, because you guys are getting great content. You're getting access to the fund managers. It's a win for them because they're getting exposure on their products, which obviously you guys, my audience is very income oriented. So it makes sense that, we talk about income oriented products. And it's a win for me as well, because I do get some compensation, to be honest, because YouTube actually pays us very little. In case you didn't know, influencers get only 55% of the ad revenue. So YouTube takes a 45% cut. And because I'm not American, there's withholding taxes as well. So it turns out that I actually get less than half of the overall YouTube income. So it's very, very, very low. It's a lot lower than most people think. So this actually helps financially for sure. So my opinion here, it's a win-win-win. But my number one priority is not really so much the money. It's the good relationships that I could foster with these fund managers long term. So I'm kind of on the inside. If they come out with a new product or they want to talk to me about something, I have any questions, that's why I have good relationships, and I have all their emails now, which is fantastic. So that's basically it in terms of sponsorships. And by the way, when they sponsor the video, so I'm not going to talk about, the portfolio unveil is going to be the portfolio unveil, whether doesn't matter who sponsored it. I'm not going to change a portfolio unveil, right? Same thing for picks of the month. I always talk about all funds, even though it's sponsored by one fund manager. But the videos itself, if they sponsor a video, it's not like they're going to dictate to me what I say. I'm actually very specific in telling them, we'll do a video on this ETF, and maybe we'll do a Q&A. That is pretty much it. They're not dictating what I say in the video. And typically the fund managers really only want educational content anyway. They want me to educate you on the product. So I'm just telling you this because I don't want you to think I alter the video or alter what I'm saying because it's sponsored or not sponsored. It would be the same, right? So let's go through a list of people or firms that actually have sponsored me and are currently sponsoring me or will probably do so in the future. And then we'll go through the list of who is not sponsoring me at all. So first of all, those who are sponsored, who have sponsored BMO. So BMO, of course, have sponsored some videos. I did that 3 educational series on intro to covered call ETFs, intro to index ETFs, intro to dividend ETFs. Those are sponsored. And BMO is very, very specific. They want educational only. Of course, I'm going to throw in and talk about their ETFs as examples when I'm talking about the topics. But so those videos were sponsored by BMO, but there's other videos that I did, for example, a Q&A with BMO, a couple of Q&As, which were not sponsored. So some sponsored by BMO, not all of them. Hamilton ETF, same deal, some sponsored, some not. Harvest is another sponsor, some sponsored, some are not sponsored. Middlefield, same thing, is a good friend of the channel and sponsor. Horizons is more of a recent one. So those are actually the ETF fund managers who have sponsored me or are currently sponsoring me right now. So that is the list. It's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. When it comes to Brompton, I've done many videos on Brompton funds. No sponsorships whatsoever. So no monetary compensation whatsoever yet. I'm hoping to be working with them soon. Purpose as well. So I see, the Purpose ETFs, they have the Bitcoin and Ether covered call ETFs, for example. Zero sponsorship whatsoever for those, even though they came on the channel. So Purpose, not a sponsor at all, but I'm optimistic that maybe some sponsorships and collaboration are incoming. CI, nothing at all. Evolve ETFs, nothing at all, but I'm in contact with them. Hopefully something in the future. Quadravest, nothing at all and no contact whatsoever. I actually haven't made contact with them. Not my fault. They haven't responded to me. Canoe, EIT, the Canoe EIT income fund, I always talk about it, that it's a king of kings, no sponsorship money whatsoever. So that's it for the Canadian ones. If I'm missing any, they're not sponsored. US, Global X, JP Morgan, Simplify ETFs, Yield Maximizer, all of them have now come on the channel. I talk about their ETFs, done Q&As, either Q&A videos or both Q&A and ETF or fund review videos. So Global X, JP Morgan, JP and JetQ, right? JP Morgan, Simplify ETFs, Yield Maximizer, those new high yield maximizers, River North, they manage Riv and OPP, Cornerstone, so CLM, iShares, those 3 covered call fixed income ETFs that I like, the LQD, HYG, UBS, eTrax. Zero sponsorship for any of these. So I have not got any sponsorship whatsoever from any US firms yet. So 0 on the US side. What about tools? So Questrade, no sponsorships, just have an affiliate link like most other investing YouTubers. Passive, I'm hoping to do something with them in the future, but no sponsorship yet at all. Just the affiliate link though. Blossom, just the affiliate link. All my appearances, all my podcast appearances been on BMO's podcast 3 times, on TD's podcast twice. The S Factor had a Hard Bacon article on me on our journey. There's a Globe and Mail article I think they're working on. I already did the interview. So all these appearances, I've received no money whatsoever. Nothing at all. My accountant. I had my accountant on. He didn't pay me nothing at all. So that's it for the list of sponsors. So not many, but you could see the quality is there, right? So I would only take. What is the common theme here? I would only take sponsors, guys, that have funds that I own, either directly or indirectly, or have covered call ETFs or funds that I like and that I understand, or tools that I use myself, like Questrade, like Passive, like Blossom. So, in my opinion, that actually shows integrity, not the opposite, right? Because I'm only taking sponsors, things that I understand that make sense with the channel and that I invest in or use myself. So which sponsors have I refused now? The list is long. Let's go through it. Masterworks. So Masterworks is a pretty lucrative sponsorship deal I refused. I actually had a call with their head marketing guy. We talked about it, and then I kept asking him the same question, and he couldn't, basically he couldn't answer the question. Is there any passive income system, with these? If you don't know, Masterworks is a website where you could invest in pieces of art, and then they sell the art later on to make a profit, and you participate in that. So because there's no passive income, it has nothing to do with cash flow, I refuse that one. Multiple VPN services, I refused. NordPass, password saving system, or security system, I refused that one. A bunch of educational portal companies like Study Pool is one. I forgot the other ones. A Canadian accounting firm, to do your taxes in Canada, refused that one. Flamingo Broker, so this is kind of like a Blossom competitor. I don't use it. I use Questrade. I refuse that one. All kinds of private real estate stuff, refused. Insurance companies, refused. Self-book publishing sponsorships, refused. Things like BookBolt. That's one. There was another one. I can't remember the other one. Self-directed U.S. brokers. I don't use them. I don't know if they're good or not. I'm not going to bother you guys with that. Many random products, hygiene products, sports drinks, fashion, all kinds of fashion crap. Refuse all of that. And of course, a crap ton of crypto related stuff, whether it's cash flow or not. Refuse all of that. Many startup companies, many startup stocks or small cap stocks, refuse that as well. So the list of what I refuse is a lot longer than the list of what I accepted. So the common denominator, again, I only take sponsorships for things that I use or I invest in myself. So yeah, in terms of pricing, I'm not going to tell you the exact prices in the video because the sponsors might not like that, but it's a lot lower than your typical investing channel for a reason. So I could be a bit more selective in the sponsors I take. So in my opinion, this shows integrity, guys. What do you think? Do you have any further questions for me when it comes to sponsorships? Do you have any questions or concerns? Let me know in the comment section below. I still find it very funny and comical that I'm always, I'm called a scammer, a grifter, a shill, and I'm pushing these ETFs on people, when the reality is many videos are not sponsored, but the videos that are, I'm just trying to educate you, and I'm just getting support from the fund manager and support for the channel and myself. That's it. And my goal is, the money is great, but that's secondary, the relationship that I want to build, so I could bring you those Q&As and bring you quality information. That is my top priority. I find it funny that other people make videos about me and my wife, and they put clown masks on us, and they assume and say all kinds of nonsense things. I find it's quite funny, but that really says more about them than it does about me. That's for sure. So let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this this was not scripted at all. I just talking like I'm talking to a random person on the street here, so I'm just winging it here. Let me know what you think. Was this well explained? I hope it was. If you have any further questions, let me know. So hopefully this clears up the whole sponsorship questions or inquiries you might have. Last but not least, guys, I can't believe I forgot this. Going forward, how can you tell? How will you know if a video is sponsored or not? Well, in continuing to be completely open and honest with you guys, and I feel like you deserve to know, and it's completely normal. I would want to know too. Going forward, my promise to you right now is that for every single sponsored video, whether it's a portfolio unveil, whether it's a picks of the month, or it's an actual, the whole video is sponsored, going forward, I will always ensure to check the button in YouTube that says includes paid sponsorship or paid promotion. So basically, whenever you start a YouTube video, you will see at the top left-hand corner a banner from YouTube that says includes paid promotion or include, I can't remember the exact line, but basically letting you know that the video is technically sponsored. So going forward, for any sponsored video, I will always ensure to make sure you see that message, so that when you start the video, you will actually know 100% sure if it's sponsored or not. So hopefully that clears everything up in terms of how will you know if a video is sponsored or not going forward. Hey, don't go yet. I have some important reminders, including some more recent ones, and I'll try to keep it as brief as possible. And for everything that I'm about to discuss, the links and info are in the video description below. So first of all, if you didn't know yet, I do offer a one-on-one coaching session where you'll have a 1-hour Zoom call with me where you could ask me all the questions you want, and I'll help you and assist you best I can. Just remember that I'm not a licensed licensed or registered financial advisor or planner. So to book a session, go on my website, passiveincomeinvesting.ca, and right there on the homepage on the left-hand side, there is a small video. Watch that video to know how to book a one-on-one properly with yours truly. Also on my website, you could purchase my digital product, the Ultimate DIY Investing Package, which is on version 4 right now. It comes with lifetime updates, so you only have to buy it once. And this is really a reference tool or a companion tool to help you build your own portfolio according to your needs and your objectives. It has lists of funds, it has sample portfolios for both Canadian investors and American investors. So make sure to check it out on my website. I actually created a video which shows the product from A to Z because I don't want you to spend money unless you know exactly what you're getting. So make sure to check that video out on my website. And don't take my word for how good it is. Check out the reviews. There's over 300 of them and they are all 100% real reviews. So here's some more updated news or recent news. I am now on Blossom, a new investing app designed for investors. I've been using it for a few weeks now. I think it's really, really great. It has a really cool feature where users could actually add and share their portfolios and what they're buying and selling every day. So you could actually link your investing account so it's updated automatically on a daily basis. I recently added my own main portfolio so you could follow how my portfolio is doing live and what I buy every month. Really, really cool. It's like a mix of Facebook and Twitter, but specifically for investing. So get on your phone, click on the link in the video description below and download the app. It's 100% free, so you too could share your portfolio. Just remember to look for me and follow me. My username is Adrian, PII altogether. Also, I do have a referral link for Questrade, so you could get $50 worth of free stock purchases. This is the Canadian discount broker that I use and I recommend. Unlike Wealthsimple, the other popular discount broker in Canada, you could drip everything you want. It has all the stocks and it also has dual currency accounts. Very, very convenient if you're buying both Canadian stocks and American stocks. I have a Questrade video, by the way, which gives you a little tour of the features, so make sure to check that out. I also have a referral link for PASSIV. This is the portfolio tracking tool that I use to consolidate all our accounts to get a nice bird's eye view, so you can consolidate all the information together for easy tracking and stats as well. Also, our Facebook group, Passive Income Investing, is now an invite-only private group. So to join it, you need to click on the link in the video description below and give the group a like to get invited. So we take pride in making this one of the best investing Facebook groups out there with over 13,000 members. There's no scams, there's no spammers, and negative and doomsday people, we kick them out right away. Also, follow us on Instagram if you want a little bit more of our personal journey here in Panama. And lastly, just remember everyone, I am not a licensed or registered financial advisor. This channel is all about my personal investing journey and how I invest to generate high passive income from a diversified portfolio of high yield funds. It's for educational purposes only, so don't forget to do your own research and due diligence. And of course, stay safe everyone, stay healthy, and of course, stay passive. See you next time.